DStv latest South Africa Premier League live football scores, results and fixture information from Betway Africa. Follow now your Facebook page.
3-0 victory was the champions' heaviest defeat in 6 years. Admittedly, Sundowns had already captured the league title, but it was still a surprise result, and it hands the champions plenty of incentive to try and extract some revenge this early evening. Welcome everyone. We are at Loftus Versfeld in the nation's capital, home of the champions. Sundowns beginning their bid to win a 6th successive DStv Premiership. Played inside here by Mudau Shalulile, and this will be a chance for a shot. Diva trying from range. Now he's looking for Serino. Cover defense from Dino van Rooyen on that right-hand side. Good tasty start.
They're playing at home, the champions. They need to try and dominate as early as they can, while being watchful though that they don't get caught with a sucker punch, which is their biggest fear lately, with most teams sitting defensively.
Well, Van Rooyen missed that one. Here's Serino now. They backed off for him, and there's a chance here, and an early goal for the champions. Didn't clear the lines. Neil Mamelodi has broken the deadlock, and we've had just over 90 seconds of football.
Spoke about the dominance, or should I say the early attack, playing on the front foot is Mamelodi Sundowns. Playing at home, I mentioned that it's within their rights to be able to stamp that authority, and I guess maybe Van Rooyen will have done better in judging the flight of the ball into that area where he missed. And from there, basically, Maema had the opportunity to be able to pick up and made his way. First of all, he makes the pass and continues with his run. Serino does very well to hold the ball. Yes, they could have done better. Look at the Sundowns players there. There's about 3 and then 4, if not 5, of Stellenbosch. They could have dealt better with the matter.
Jetwa onside. Bassadin! That's a good shot. Bronwyn Williams with the save. Busted in with a bit of space and time, and Mudau, for all of his work up front, was perhaps a bit of ball watching here. William, look at that. He did not spot him at all.
In trying to close the most dangerous area, Mudau drops, tucks in a little bit narrow.
I must remind you that it took only 2 years for South Africa to deliver a big African title. Here is Zwane, wide of goal. Orlando Pirates won in '93, 1 year after returning. So maybe it was a bit of a slump, I'll give you that. It was a slump.
I'm glad that you quickly withdrew, because I was ready with some ammunition to hit back.
Flags up here. This is going to go in favour. In the meantime, we're watching Zwane just scuff that wide.
For the many years that we've seen him in that Mamelodi Sundowns shirt, if there's one thing that has let him down, is his finishing.
Clearance from Mendiet at the near post. Back with Jali. A little bit of pressure on him from Adams, or from Gaga rather. This is Morena turning. Mokoena, oh, he strikes the top of the crossbar, and over it goes from a standing position. He's got such power in his shots. Lovely effort.
Presence of mind once again. You were that much closed, and also to just decide on which technique to use, because he could have decided to maybe blast it, which would have maybe bounced off the defenders.
Adams with a clearing header. In from Morena, Shalulile, bread and butter. Shalulile with another goal. He's got one last game against Stellenbosch, and he's back scoring again.
Excellent. I mean, the space afforded to him was the tightest, and yet he freed himself from the defender. And with Stevens trying to come out, obviously, to try and close down the angle. It's a set piece, once again, that Stellenbosch are unable to defend against. Maybe I mean, situations like this, you got to try and mix mark. I mean, if you're going to try and mark space, I mean, the Khuda could have been closest to Shalule as he turned, but he wasn't. He only reacts once Shalule has made the first touch.
Well, this man does not know how not to score. Twice against Kaizer Chiefs here in that 4-0 drubbing. Against Sekhukhune in the last game. He's got 4 now this season. Cut out by Morena.
He read the situation so well, Morena.
Here's Mokoena. Look at Morena's pace on the right as he goes steaming ahead. Foul.
Because he's played so defensively in many occasions, is Morena. We've forgotten about his pace.
Andries with the foul. Powerful shot that Mokoena has, but on this occasion he's probably going to look to loft it in for Onyango or Rasheen de Rook, who both come forward. Here's de Rook. Oh, good save. Excellent save from Sage Stevens.
Unbelievable. That is a brilliant save. Very alert on his toes. He possibly maybe got his fingertips only to it. Brilliant.
Got a bit of the cool cat about that.
Tempted to say definitely.
Nalani on for Charlie. Just a little rest all the way around for some key figures ahead of the game against Supersport United on Sunday in the MTN 8.
And with Jali being substituted, Mokoena drops into that screening position.
Here's Morena, here is Allende, and he has scored on debut. He has been on the pitch for a matter of minutes. Look at the celebrations here. He's obviously a very popular member on the training pitch at Mamelodi Sundowns. Welcome to South Africa.
Indeed. It's always the best situation to have when a new player. You mentioned that he maybe arrived into the country in a low-key, but so much has been happening in training session. He's shown his quality, and it's important for him to obviously convince the supporters that are present here today, even those that are watching on TV, just to say, look, I'm worth the money that you paid. I'm a part of this team. I'm going to make a difference, and this is what basically is going to happen. Now, look at Shalulile, who applies the high press. Once again, that's the Sundown's way of playing. But Morena also brilliant in just not being selfish, just lobbing over to the world position. And he doesn't hit it with the laces, he passes. That is class.
Well, they were very pleased with that. Mamelodi Sundown started off with a Loftus Versfeld. Sundowns 3, Stellenbosch 0.